Good morning. It's 7:04 on this Friday, October 27th. It's time to head to Studio B for Coleman and Company.
Well, hello, everybody, and welcome here on a Friday morning. We're having a good time already, and I want to welcome Elvis Huff from Wilson Bank and Trust. Good morning.
Good morning.
You've got you're doing what you've been doing for quite some time at Wilson Bank, I think, and we have never talked about your first name, but if you're named Elvis, there's usually a Presley connection there.
That's right. Yeah, usually so. Yeah, and it's fun fact. My middle name's Aaron, so I definitely was named after him. So I have the radio name, right? Music name. There we go.
Elvis Aaron Huff.
Yes, sir. That's right. Yeah.
Well, anyway, he is Vice President and Director of Security for Wilson Bank and Trust, and you're going to be talking about cybersecurity among maybe other things this morning.
That's right. Yeah.
But before we get started on that, last weekend was Oktoberfest, and I've heard that you had some really good crowds and a great car show. Tell us just a little about that.
Oh my gosh, yeah, it was great weather, beautiful weather, sunny skies both days. I mean, a great turnout. I think it was about 555 cars, the last count I heard. A lot of people came out, great time. Right around 100 vendors, a little over 100 vendors, and just a great crowd. Everybody had a good time and a lot of fun. The grounds were just packed with people. I mean, people everywhere.
All right, October is probably a special month. I know it's Country Music Month, but it has to do with cybersecurity too.
That's right. Yeah, October is actually National Cybersecurity Awareness Month, and of course, in my role, so managing our cybersecurity and fraud, and having the opportunity to lead the teams there that do that are just they're smarter than I am. I mean, honestly, they are. They do a great job, and I said it once, and I'll always say it. We fight fraud. That's kind of our slogan now. But just wanted to share with the listeners just a couple of scams that we continue to see. Surprisingly, in this electronic age, mail theft is on the rise. And, if you just encourage people that I would say, check your bank statements, check your online accounts. If you've written a check to someone, make sure that check got there. If they call back and, say, hey, the check didn't get there, it may have been stolen or intercepted.
So that's what's happening, being intercepted.
Yeah, that's right. And so what we're seeing is an increase in mail theft, physical mail theft. Thieves may steal mail out of a mailbox or something. And so surprisingly, people sometimes will ask me, this is usually the number one question I get, am I safe to not have my information online? And I say, actually, it's just the opposite. We recommend using your online banking app, checking that, and the reason is that you're more aware, you're in more control, you have the tools right there in the app if you lose your debit card or your wallet or purse are stolen, you can shut that card off right there within the app.
Without even a phone call?
Without even a phone call, that's right. And that would help stop that loss, shut down the thief, so to speak. And of course, we always recommend, do call us at the bank. If you do that, turn the card off, let us know, come into any one of the branches there, we'll happily take care of you. And then the other scam that we see in addition to the mail theft is just people being asked to receive money or accept a deposit in their account that they wouldn't normally otherwise receive, and then have those funds and then send it on to someone else. And there's a term that we say for that, we call it a money mule, but those are just some things we see. And so we always ask people, if you receive something suspicious or you're asked to do something odd, come in and talk with us at the bank. We'll happily, the bank staff, our branch staff, will always get you in touch with my group and help.
Elvis, is this something that happens almost on a daily basis? You get, if not daily, I would think weekly for sure.
Yeah, that's right. We see a lot that happens on a daily basis, and obviously, everyone's information's safe, their bank accounts are safe, and we try to raise, with this month being the awareness month of that, that's why we always try to come out, especially during the October time frame, to just talk about it, to raise awareness and encourage, hey, come in and talk with us at the bank. Don't talk with that person online. Come in and talk to us at the bank, and we'll happily talk through that with you.
But I've experienced a little bit of this, I'm ashamed to have to admit, but they can be so convincing.
They can, and that's why we say come and talk to us, not that person online, because the attacker wants one thing, your money, and whereas we want to keep you safe. And so we say come and talk with us, not the attacker, because they can be. They'll be very convincing, very, very convincing.
Well, I don't know how much this has to do with the bank, but I remember a warning coming over my desktop computer. You've got a problem. Call this number. Call this, and all that. You know.
That's right.
Well, I have another advisor friend. He says if that happens, shut it down. Shut it down immediately.
That's
shut
right.
It down.
That's right. Yeah, turn it off. We would used to say back years ago with desktops, unplug it, power it off. A lot of people say, "Well, I have a laptop or a tablet." Same thing. Just power it off. Yeah. Make sure it doesn't connect to Wi-Fi, or if someone still has it plugged in, unplug it there. So.
Well, some good advice here this morning, and it's nice to know that Wilson Bank has somebody who's. Are you pretty much a department on your own? You got some others that work with you in doing this.
Yes, sir. That's right. I've got 11 on the team total. So we've got a dedicated people, and as I said, they're smarter than I am. They do the work every day.
All right, Elvis Huff, Vice President, Director of Security for Wilson Bank and Trust, and of course, Wilson Bank member FDIC, equal housing lender. They're still here, still independent, still committed to you. Excellence in banking since 1987. Thanks so much. All right, we're 10 minutes after the hour, and I have really a special guest this morning to introduce. He says that he was once here for the spelling bee, whenever WCOR had the spelling bee years ago. And before I introduce my guest, let me mention one thing here. There's a lady who worked here for a little while who passed away a couple of days ago. Her name is Margaret Mitchell Tomlinson. And I had the privilege of working with her for, 2 or 3, 4 years back in, I think, the late 60s, early 70s when it was WCOR. Of course, different ownership and all of this. But Margaret is somebody I've known since grammar school at Taylorsville, and I understand the visitation will be at Fairview Church this morning. I think... I'm sorry, it'll be this afternoon, this evening, and then the funeral will be tomorrow, I believe, at maybe 11 o'clock, and visitation an hour prior to. Margaret Mitchell Tomlinson. Well, with that, let me introduce Joel Merriweather. Joel Merriweather, good morning.
Good morning.
Nice to have you with us today.
Yes, thank you.
You sent me some information the other day about Playhouse 615 in Mount Juliet.
Yes.
And I followed up on this, and you're here to talk about it. And we're kind of expecting another person to arrive here shortly. But tell us a little bit about you. You said you did remember the spelling bee at one time.
Yes, that was back when I was in 7th grade, quite some time ago.
Which school were you representing?
Mount Juliet. It wasn't middle school. It was junior high. Mount Juliet Junior High back then.
Okay. Well, welcome back.
Thank you.
You've been involved in plays and theater and this sort of thing. Tell us a little bit about that, how you got involved, and I'm wondering if it maybe started in high school even.
It did, actually. Key McKinney, who lives here in Lebanon, was the drama instructor at Mount Juliet High School. I auditioned for her when I was a senior. I got cast in the show. And as we say in the theater business, I got bitten by the theater bug. Went on to college, got cast when I was auditioning for shows in Michigan where I went to college. Continued. I ended up with 2 degrees in theater and really have not done much with them except act and direct and do different things. But
it seems like, and I know some other people who once they get bitten by the bug, or however you said it,
right.
It sort of stays with them, and they don't really want to give it up. You want to continue in some role, in some way.
Absolutely. I have taken a hiatus or 2. One of them was the pandemic, and it wasn't expected.
Right.
Didn't want to do that. And then several years ago when my mother was ill, I took time off to help her. But as soon as things were in the clear, I went right back to doing what I love.
Okay, you have, I think, the only theater company in Wilson County that is continuously producing live theater, so let's talk about that.
Okay.
It is called Playhouse 615.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yes. It was actually formed over a conversation during the pandemic with my friend Ann Street Kavanaugh, who is our managing director. And how that came about is during the tornado of March 2020, my home was taken in that tornado. And she said, come and stay with us. So we would stay up late and talk about things, and we broached the idea of starting a theater company in Mount Juliet. And here we are, 3 years later, 20 productions later.
Well, this must have caught on with at least a few of the right people. You can't do this. Two people can't do this by themselves.
No, it takes a lot of people. We formed a board of directors, and I think we had our auditions for our first show right as we were sort of coming out of the first year of the pandemic. Mm-hmm. And we were overwhelmed with the number of people that showed up who really wanted to do this, who hadn't done it in a year because everyone was at home.
Okay, sometimes we go to a break and people leave us. You've got a production, I believe it's starting tonight.
Yes.
Just real briefly tell us about that and we'll go to a break.
It's called The Woman in Black. It is very scary. It is about an attorney who goes to a far-flung city in northern England to attend the funeral of his client. And he sees a ghost, and he regrets it.
All right, so that's the setting. Where's this going to be?
It's at Playhouse 615. We're at 11920 Lebanon Road in Mount Juliet.
Okay. Tickets available at the door?
At the door, they are $18. You can also go online and purchase them at www.playhouse615.com.
Okay. A break right here. This is Coleman and Company, FM 98.9.
And let's see what's happening on the roadways. Thanks to our friends at Absolute Kubota, they'll help you rent the right tool for the job. The Kubota Orange Rental Program makes it easy to rent the right equipment. Stop by Absolute Kubota, check out the U35 excavator or the SVL 75 compact track loader, 1506 West Main. Now with traffic, here's Chuck.
Good morning. Wrapping up that earlier wreck on 40 westbound near DeBumpering and Broadway, right when you come off that split there at the South Loop. Traffic's building pretty good already coming in from Mount Juliet on I-40 westbound as you make your way up through Hermitage. Yes, it's crowded, no surprise. On 24 westbound at Bell Road, Hickory Hollow Parkway with that heavy volume of traffic right now making its way in from Rutherford County. Princess Hot Chicken is hiring. Go by and see them this weekend. You can order online. It's easy. PrincessHotChicken.com. I'm Commander Chuck with your on-time traffic.
This is Captain Scott Moore of the Wilson County Sheriff's Office wishing WANT a happy 30th anniversary.
This is Brandy Goodall, the travel manager for Wilson Bank and Trust, and I'd like to wish Susie and her gang a happy 30th anniversary.
This is Dr. Ryan House with Cumberland Chiropractic and Sports Medicine, and I am thankful for this radio station, and I will wish them a happy 30th anniversary. What a blessing to our town this station has been.
Drug Free Wilco is partnering with local law enforcement agencies for National Prescription Drug Take Back Day on Saturday, October 28th from 10 to 2. Law enforcement will be hosting 4 events across the county at Gibbs Pharmacy, Walgreens on West Main, Three Forks Marketplace, and Mount Juliet Pharmacy. Unused medications are a public safety issue that may lead to accidental poisoning, overdose, and abuse. Participants will receive a free lockbox from Drug Free Wilco. This project is funded under a grant contract with State of Tennessee Department of Mental Health and Substance Abuse Services.
When it comes to Medicare plans designed to meet your needs and budget, there's no place like Farm Bureau Health Plans. We've got Medicare Advantage plans, Medicare supplements, Part D, dental, vision, designed with folks like you in mind. Visit our office at 214 North Castle Heights here in Lebanon. You can see Charlotte Webster for your Medicare or other health plan needs. You can always get a quote for auto, home, life insurance, and also commercial insurance. Then again, West Dugan, Farm Bureau, Castle Heights office.
For more than 36 years, Wilson Bank has been supporting local schools and student athletes in the classroom and on the field. We're big on helping our home teams reach their goals. You can count on knowledgeable bankers, competitive rates, and an open line of communication. So join the winning team at Wilson Bank and Trust, where we're not just your bankers, we're your neighbors and friends. Visit any of the 30 Wilson Bank and Trust offices or visit wilsonbank.com. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Coleman and Company, thanks for joining us. You're our Friday morning, we are talking Playhouse 615. Joel Merriweather is with us this morning, and now we're joined by Ann Street Kavanaugh. And Ann, good morning to you.
Good morning. Thank you.
You did, like a few other people, you went past the radio station. I don't know whether you got to Tucker's Crossroads or not, but anyway, let's see.
Yes, thank you. If there's something
Joel was telling us a little bit about this getting founded and the Playhouse 615, and really, I think it's to your credit that once you got started, you've had continuous productions. Tell us a little bit about you and your background and how the two of you came up with the idea and found a lot of people to support you. But is this something that you've enjoyed all your life or most of your life?
It is. I got started, I think, in 4th grade. I started doing theater show, just at my school with our theater program. And then I went to college and studied musical theater. And at that point, I worked professionally for a long, long, long time until I got married and had my babies. And then I wanted to be home with them. And I didn't do as much. And Joel is an amazing director, and he had directed me. We got to be friends because he had cast me in a couple of shows when I came back home.
Well, did you grow up here, or where are you from?
In Nashville.
No, okay. Mm-hmm. All right. So you've been in Middle Tennessee all your life then?
Off and on, yes.
All right. What's so attractive to theater to you?
I think for me it was like a release, or I don't know if that's the word, but when I was young, my parents divorced, the whole story, everybody's got their story. And, things, you need to find that voice. And so I think theater is one of those places where no matter what your issues or problems or whatever, you can come there and you can be somebody else for a while. You can...
Well, have you? I think you have to be pleased with the success that you have enjoyed when you started this, but it must have caught on pretty well with some of the people in Mount Juliet or in the surrounding area.
Yeah, even in Nashville, we've been very fortunate. It was kind of a crazy idea. I heard him tell you that, it kind of came out of the tornado and quarantine. And so many theater companies had to close during that time because they just, they've got to have the doors open. You got to have people coming in to keep running. And so there were a lot of people that weren't able to express, weren't able to get on the stage. It's just, and have that wonderful experience and that creativity. And so once we got open, we were so fortunate, and a lot of professionals, local people, just a lot of creativity needed to be released that had been held during the quarantine.
So you have produced 21 different plays, including 2 musicals.
Isn't that amazing?
During that time.
Yes.
Now is that 3 years maybe? That's 7 a year on average.
Yes, it's been amazing. And so usually we have a show that will open. We run 3 weekends, 3 shows per weekend. And then while that show is going, the very next week after it opens, we will have an audition, or the week of it opening, we'll have an audition, and then we start rehearsing the next show. Well, about that timeline.
When you... Who decides what you're going to do, the production?
Well, we'd like to say it's a group discussion, but generally it's Joel. No, I'm kidding. He does like to have his finger in the pie. We actually have a play reading committee that we had formed. The first year we chose everything. And we decided we wanted a little bit of every genre. So we'll have a musical, we'll have a horror, or
mystery.
Mystery, thank you. I'm like, Joel's now not talking. We have a comedy, we have we try to get a little bit of everything. Because nobody likes to sing.
We might again mention what is, I believe tonight is when you raised the curtain the first time on this particular one, right?
We actually raised the curtain a week ago, but this is our opening for our second weekend.
Okay, got it.
And we have 6 more performances between this weekend and next weekend.
Well, you said this is pretty scary.
I'd like to think it is.
Yeah. What do you think?
Oh, yes.
Yes. Well, this one chose because it's Halloween time of the year?
It was, yeah. I like, people think of me, when they think of me as a director, as someone who likes dark and dreary pieces of theater, and I do. And I also like scary theater. I like to scare our audiences. And so this had been a bucket list show of mine for a long time. And the publishing house finally released the rights to the public, and I snatched them up.
And so we're actually one of the premieres.
Yes. We're the Middle Tennessee premiere.
How long, if somebody is planning to come tonight or while this is going, you start at what time?
7:30. Curtains at 7:30.
7:30.
And they will be walking out the door at 9:15.
Okay. All right. Do you have a break in there?
Yes,
All right.
15-minute intermission.
So about an hour and a half production with a 15-minute intermission.
Right.
And the cost for a ticket is what?
18, or if you are senior or military, it's 15.
Okay. Over the time you've done, and is this your 21st or the 22nd?
I think when we close, it will probably be the 22nd production.
Well, okay. The other 21 then, have you had pretty good audiences, and it seems to have caught on. At least you've been able to, as we would say, keep the doors open all this time.
Our audiences have grown.
Mm-hmm.
We have discovered that we appeal to a lot of different age ranges and types of audiences. We do funny shows, and we do serious stuff. We do musicals. And we've been very pleased that we have been able to attract a lot of different types of people to see our shows.
So really, depending on what the production is going to dictate in large part what type of audience you have. I mean, if it's something for children, or if it's a musical is going to be a little bit different audience, I would think, from some scary thing like you've got right now.
Yeah.
But you're trying to appeal to everybody.
Exactly.
And really, there's probably something there for everybody.
We have a little
if you
something
can
for
find
everyone. We do, yeah.
What your next one's going to be? Are you ready to reveal that?
Yes.
Oh, yes.
We're already in rehearsal. It's a Greater Tuna Christmas. A Greater Tuna Christmas.
Okay. All right.
Yes, and we have a guest director coming in for that. And it's
when will
gonna
that be?
Funny. December, isn't it the first weekend of December?
November? It will all be in December? Or?
It opens December the 1st. It's the first Friday in December. And we run 3 weekends, and we close the week before Christmas.
Okay. So this is the way you've been operating, though. You do 3 weeks performance, and this is each weekend.
Yes.
Correct.
You have several full houses. I don't know how much your theater holds, but if you have you've got a good audience there, you've been able to do it for 21 times.
We're kind of like an off-Broadway theater house. We only seat
Like 50.
Okay.
And so 17 looks full.
Well, depending on what you're doing has a lot to do with who wants to have parts in that. And if it's a musical and you're not a singer, that wouldn't work, would it?
Possibly not. Although we have, we need stage managers. I mean, it takes a village, so to speak. And so we always need someone to run lights and sound and help with costumes. And so even if you're not a singer, but you want to work on a musical, you can come and join us anyway and at least have that experience.
Is there any particular thing you really need right now?
Well, always money, donations. They're always great. We are in the process of our 501c3, but we are a nonprofit. And we do have a lot of people who've donated and helped us in that way. We have people who call us and they're cleaning out and they find vintage outfits. So any type of donation, like of costumes or things like that, other than we were robbed actually our first year. And so all the tools that we had built up were stolen. So there's always that need for just tools. So when we're building sets, we can cut a piece of wood, that kind of thing. We have gotten some of it back. But
where did you come up with the name Playhouse 615?
That was a joint thing as well. We were just kind of going back and forth, and I've always loved Playhouse. Like I said, I've worked theater all around the country, and there were different like Actors Playhouse, that kind of thing. And I loved Playhouse, and Joel came up with the 615, and because it's Middle Tennessee area code. And we just thought, Playhouse 615. We just, I don't know, it just clicked, and here we are.
You feel like you have made inroads into the general population of Mount Juliet. I mean, everybody doesn't come to a play. I mean, we know that, but and there's some that just love it and some that don't care that much for it. But generally speaking, you've been well accepted in Mount Juliet.
Oh, yes, we think so. I mean, we're still trying to get our name out there, and because a lot of people still don't know we're there. And so it's hard, I think, these days to promote because you listen to the radio, so there's those commercials, but the newspaper is kind of not as, not everyone reads the newspaper every day. We can't afford commercials on television just yet. But
what about social media? You done anything?
We do a lot on social media. Yeah. Joel's our social media guru over here.
We've got less than a minute here, but you'll be doing it. What time does it start?
7:30 p.m.
each evening.
Yes, sir. Mm-hmm. Except for Sundays, the show is at 5:30.
Okay, 7:30 on Friday and Saturday, 5:30 on Sunday.
Correct.
And you did this last weekend. It'll be this weekend, and then next weekend.
Yes.
Then you start another one coming up in November.
Correct.
Okay. Well, thank you all for being with us today. Really been my pleasure to have you, Joel Merriweather, and we have had Ann Street Kavanaugh.
Thank you.
They are members of the board of directors and have other responsibilities for Playhouse 615. Good to have you with us.
Thank you
very much.
All right, we're going to take a break here. That's part one of Coleman and Company. We've got more, and we hope you'll keep it right here. FM 98.9, Coleman and Company. Stay with us for more.
And let's see what's happening on the roadways. Want to thank our friends at Bates Ford and that regular oil change, $39.95 up to 5 quarts oil. Tax and disposal, $16.73 West Main. Now at traffic, here's Chuck.
Good morning. Wrapping up that earlier wreck on 40 westbound near DeBumpry and Broadway, right when you come off that split there at the South Loop. Traffic's building pretty good already coming in from Mount Juliet on I-40 westbound as you make your way up through Hermitage. Yes, it's crowded, no surprise. On 24 westbound at Bell Road, Hickory Hollow Parkway with that heavy volume of traffic right now making its way in from Rutherford County. Princess Hot Chicken is hiring. Go by and see them this weekend. You can order online. It's easy. PrincessHotChicken.com. I'm Commander Chuck with your on-time traffic.
I'm Michael Starr, a licensed local insurance agent with Health Markets Insurance Agency in Lebanon, Tennessee. Choosing the right Medicare plan for you can be confusing. Let me help you find a plan that best fits your needs and budget. Call 615-830-4875 to speak with a licensed insurance agent for a free appointment, virtually, by phone, or in person, to review your specific needs and help find a plan that's right for you. Health Markets Insurance Agency Incorporated is licensed in all states and D.C. Service and product availability varies. Agents may be compensated based on enrollment. No obligation to enroll.
It's that time of year. Time for the 11th annual The Mill at Christmas, Friday, November 3rd and Saturday, November 4th at the Mill at Lebanon. Join us Friday, November 4th, VIP Sip and Shop from 4 to 9 p.m. Holiday shopping bag, bubbly bar, and decadent dessert. $10 at the door, perfect for the girls' night out. Saturday, November 5th, family fun and all-day shopping event, 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. Come see Santa. He arrives at noon. The Mill at Christmas, the ultimate shopping experience. Find us on Facebook, The Mill at Christmas.
Partly sunny skies expected through the day today, warming up to a high of around 80. South-southwest winds gust up to 20 miles per hour at times, so do keep that in mind. Tonight, partly cloudy skies will see that overnight low back down to around 62. This weather forecast brought to you by Walker Auction and Realty, professional auction and real estate services. Get top dollar for your home, land, or personal property. Log on to MikeWalkerAuctions.com where they know auctions. That's a look at your forecast. I'm Stormy Clausen.
We continue here. Welcome to part two of Coleman Company. We're here for a Friday morning. And Fridays this time, you know who always shows up. Members of the C&D team, Exit Rocky Top Realty, located at 1330 West Main in Lebanon. They are great people. They offer great service. They are people you can trust. And we got Miss Judy and we got Medina, the usual two, we would say, this morning. So, yes, Judy, good morning.
Good morning.
Dana,
good morning.
All right, good to see you. What's up?
Well, what's up? What's up? I love that. Well, it's going good. It's getting close to the end of the year, and everybody's scurrying now to find their home, so it's not too late to put your house on the market. A couple of things I was going to talk about on home inspections this morning. You know, a lot of times we get a house and we got the contract on it and everybody's all excited. Well, you know, you can pin it, but we always pinned it and continue showing. And people go, why do you do that? You already got a contract. Well, it's not over till it's over. And the next step is the inspection. And when you get the home inspection, then there can be a time for you to back out of that contract. Because in the contract, it says it's contingent upon the inspection report satisfying the buyer. So, and it's according if you're representing the buyer or the seller, and that's why you need to use an agent, because there's two sides of that fence, and you got to decide which one of you own and who you're representing that day. But if you're representing the buyer and you get to their home inspection report, then we have to fill out a form that's an inspection amendment to the contract, that this is what we want done before if you do this, we're going to buy the house. So this is what you put out to the seller. But you got to be careful, because a lot of people will put on the inspection report, there's always items to be fixed. Well, they'll say, repair this or repair that. Well, if I'm representing the buyer, most things are not repair, it's replace. And there's a big difference in saying repair something and replace it. If there's a smoke detector that's not working, I don't want it repaired. I want it replaced. I mean, that's not a big item, but it's a difference in the way you word it. And they can go say, oh, well, it was a wire loose, I fixed it. No, you want it replaced. That's a big thing if your smoke detector don't work.
Yeah.
And then another one that happens a lot, your insulation underneath the house, they'll be falling down, and they'll say, repair the insulation. Well, I've seen people take duct tape and fix the insulation under there, tape it up, and, they think, okay, I repaired it. Well, no, if your insulation, you don't want duct tape on it. You want that pulled off and replaced. So when you word these things, you don't say, we want these items repaired. We want them replaced. And there's some things that can be repaired. And if they're repaired, it needs to be done by a licensed, insured electrician or a plumber. We don't want people going, oh, well, I went under there and fixed the pipe. Yeah, well, when 6 weeks later, it might start leaking again. And this way, you have no recourse because a licensed, insured professional did not fix it. But you got to put that on the report, that these items are to be replaced or repaired by a licensed, insured person. That way, and then I ask for the receipt because I want to see who did it and what it cost them to do it. Now, on cost, a lot of times you can say, okay, I don't have anybody to fix this stuff, so it's probably going to cost around $5,000 to do it, to do all the repairs. So you can say, we want $5,000 in lieu of the repairs. Well, if I'm representing the buyer, I don't say you want to say I want $5,000 in lieu of the repairs. Now, if I'm representing the seller, I'm going to be going, I want $5,000 up to $5,000, because if the receipts only come to $4,500, that's all you're getting. But if you didn't say up to, then if you said up to, you're only going to get the amount of the repairs. But if you say a certain amount, then you're going to get that. So it's word in one word, up to, or repair, replace, can make a big difference in what happens. So it's like I say, you want to make sure you got an agent that knows what they're doing when they write this stuff up, because, and I always say to the buyer's satisfaction, they can fix it. If we go walk through and check all the repairs and we're not to our satisfaction, then we still have the right to back out.
Oh, I tell you what, I believe you know how to dot your I's and cross your T's.
Well, there's just, repair. People get so excited. I bought the house. Oh, let's fix this, fix this. Well, you got to think about what's going to happen 6 months down the road. Yeah. So you want to be careful on inspection reports that it's handled correctly when you ask the seller to do something.
Your experience shows every week. When okay, but I know your turn.
Well, we have some listings coming up this weekend. They will be on the market. Kensington Circle, we have a villa over there that is going to be on the market in the 300s, around $335. It's a 2-story. And then we have another one coming up in the Preserve at Bell Point, which is off Cairo Bend. Yeah. And it is almost 2 years old, and it will be in the $399 range, and it's one level with a 2-car garage. So we'll have that on the MLS this weekend. Pictures will be taken today, so we'll have more information on the MLS this weekend, but it will be available to show this weekend. So give us a call if you're looking for a condo or a townhome. Give us a call. We have that covered for you. And then if you're looking for land, we've got land 7 acres, 1 acre. We have 2 basement lots. If you're wanting to build a house with a basement, these are perfect for that. We have other homes in on Windmere Drive, and that one will be new price of $499.9. And that will be next week or this weekend that we're changing the price to $499.9. And so that's a great home on a 1 acre lot in Westview Acres off of Level Pike. So give us a call on that one. It's a 4-bedroom with a screened-in porch, fenced-in backyard. It's got large rooms. It was built back in the late 70s, early 80s, so the rooms are a little bit larger than what we get now whenever new homes are built. So it's a well-maintained home, so give us a call on that one. If you're looking to purchase a home or you're looking to list your home, give us a call because the inventory is low, so people are still moving in here, whether it be down the street, down on the other side of the county, whatever. Give us a call because toward the end of the year, people make that move, whether they're going to upsize, downsize, or a job change. So give us a call, and we'd love to put your house on the market so you can get it sold and move on to your next chapter.
615-443-3130. Somebody answers that phone 24 hours a day.
That's right, because you don't want to make a move without us.
All right, you got it in there, and y'all have a great weekend. We'll see you next Friday.
All righty. Thanks.
All right. That is Judy Cox, Medina Hemmetoller, C&D Team, Exit Rocky Top Realty, 1330 West Main. We're about 20 before the hour, and this is the last Friday of October. Can you believe that? October seems to have flown by. But we're glad to always have a representative from the Lebanon Senior Citizens Center here on usually the last Friday of the month, and it's worked out that way today. And we have Jamie Phillips, who's the program director. Good morning.
Good morning, Coleman.
And I don't know what I've done to deserve this, but we've got not only you, we got Patty Watts, who's the chief cook bottle washer.
That's right. How you doing, Coleman? Good morning.
Patty, it's good to see you this morning.
It's good to be here.
I know maybe why you are putting in an appearance here, and you've got a big event coming up that you want to give special attention to, most likely.
Yeah, absolutely. You know me very, very well. So I want to start out by saying hello, everybody.
You do that every day.
Every
at
day.
Noon.
So this morning I was thinking about something. My brain just kind of warped from time to time, and so I was thinking about MJ, and I'm going to spell it so it doesn't go crazy, but Ziggy or whatever, I was like, what if I said play such and such? I wonder if everybody's machines throughout Wilson County would just go off playing bluegrass music or something, Yeah, because everybody's got their radios on, they're listening. And I just thought that would just be a hilarious joke to play, but we're not going to do that if I haven't already. We have a huge fundraiser coming up.
All right.
So every year I put in the newspaper, every Saturday we have an ad in the Lebanon Democrat, and I want to thank Quality Care Rehab for, helping sponsor that. I've left the article in there that says we are accepting donations for about a month. And I did that on purpose. And I think people really saw it. You have it in there once. But I'd noticed in the newspaper, sometimes something's in there, and then that's when I noticed it. It's in there again and again and again. We have always had a great response to people giving us items for our yard sale. We have had an overwhelming response to things given for our yard sale, and it is some nice things. Miss Evelyn Price has painstakingly just gone through that. She's had some help. Pat Carter, Julie Pemberton, Pat sisters. I never can say her name. But she's got some help, but she's there every single solitary day. So big shout out to Miss Evelyn and her team. They're pricing it. But thank you, Lebanon and Wilson County, for bringing the items. If you miss our yard sale, you're missing something this year. It's November the 4th. We open the doors at 7 o'clock a.m.
That's next Saturday.
That's next Saturday.
From tomorrow.
A week from tomorrow, absolutely. Yeah. But we have Christmas stuff. We have some brand new Christmas trees. We have Christmas decorations. If there's a young couple just starting out and they need, don't go to Walmart and don't go to the dollar store. I'm not saying that stuff is cheap, but we have some quality things, antique Christmas things that are very high quality and very lovely at dollar store prices.
Okay, this is next Saturday, the 4th of November. What are the hours?
7 a.m. to 1.
And this will be at the Lebanon Senior Citizen Center on Coles Ferry Pike.
Yep, at the Lebanon Senior Citizen Center. Come in, the doors will be open. We have bags. We have people to help you gather your things. It has been a tradition at 12 o'clock, everything goes on sale for half price. But if you've been gathering things and you have things on our table up there, you either have to pay for those things or we put them all back on the table and you have to start all over again. Because it's not fair to pick something up that somebody else might want. But at 12 o'clock, from 12 till 1,
half price.
Half price. But we take the good stuff up before 12.
Jamie, we hadn't let you say much this morning, but it's almost time to go to a break. I guess you've got a full November schedule.
I sure do. There's a few things that I wanted to touch base on. Again, it is open enrollment for Medicare. So first, Maureen is always at the center, but we do have a few Medicare people coming in to talk with you and just give you information about new plans. We also, Tracy West from Caris Hospice, she's started a new group called Hospice Helpers. And really what they're doing is just making crafts for those hospice patients. Something I think last week they did a stress ball. So it doesn't seem like much, but it is. I mean, those little things do get them through.
Okay. Well, let's go to our break right here, and we'll continue our discussion with Jamie Phillips and Patty Watts from the Lebanon Senior Citizen Center here on Coleman & Company, FM 98.9.
And let's see what's happening on the roadways. Thanks to Absolute Kubota. They'll help you rent the right tool for the job. The Kubota Orange Rental Program makes it easy to rent the right equipment. Stop by Absolute Kubota, check out the U35 excavator or the SVL 75 compact track loader, 1506 West Main. Now at traffic, here's Chuck.
Telling you the last few minutes, it's busy, but it's not the worst we've ever seen it. Coming out of Rutherford County, leaving Murfreesboro, headed towards Nashville and through the Hickory Hollow area on 24 westbound. It is a little bit slow at times. 65 south at Trinity Lane, just a steady flow of traffic. It continues to come in from Mount Juliet into Hermitage there on 40 westbound all the way to Donaldson Pike. Hey, there's an adventure around every corner at the Memphis Zoo. If you haven't never been there or you haven't been there in a while, check them out online at memphiszoo.org. I'm Commander Chuck with your on-time traffic.
I'm Michael Starr, a licensed local insurance agent with Health Markets Insurance Agency in Lebanon, Tennessee. Choosing the right Medicare plan for you can be confusing. Let me help you find a plan that best fits your needs and budget. Call 615-830-4875 to speak with a licensed insurance agent for a free appointment, virtually, by phone, or in person, to review your specific needs and help find a plan that's right for you. Health Markets Insurance Agency Incorporated is licensed in all states and D.C. Service and product availability varies. Agents may be compensated based on enrollment. No obligation to enroll.
Are you feeling pretty scary about buying a house? Well, hold on to your broomsticks. You will need a spooky to open this house. We will make you feel spooktacular. Don't be a scaredy cat. Give us a call. Let's give them pumpkin to talk about. Don't make a move without us.
Call Judy Cox or Medina Himmentoller at Exit Rocky Top Realty. C&DT 443-3130.
This is Congressman John Rose. It's an honor and a privilege to serve the people of Tennessee's 6th District. Thanks for listening to WANT-FM and happy 30th birthday to the station.
Hey, this is Jennifer with the Burt Coble Singers. I just want to wish WANT a happy 30th anniversary. Thanks for all you do.
I'm William Toon from Cumberland University, Associate Professor of Mathematics, and I want to wish WANT a happy 30th birthday.
Gregory Dental Group in Lebanon is a family dental practice located across from Vanderbilt Wilson County Hospital. They offer cosmetic procedures, dental implant services, and now featuring new digital dentures. Premium dentures in just 2 appointments. No insurance, no problem. Call about our discount plan.
Hi, I'm Dr. Derek Gregory. In my office, you can count on compassionate staff who will truly listen to you, take the time to get to know you, and discuss your personal needs. I look forward to meeting you.
Gregory Dental Group, 444-0322, West Medora Parkway, across from Gibbs Pharmacy.
Coleman & Company, welcome to our final segment here for a Friday morning. Citizen Center. And I just want to mention football season, regular season ends tonight. Lebanon plays Gallatin, and we're hoping Lebanon can, anytime they're playing Gallatin, you know who I'm for. Oh, Tommy Bryan, Bob Lee, Joe Gardner, and Donald Gann will have it all here. And the scoreboard show follows with John Boyce and Harkey Grooms. Titans play Sunday, and we carry their games, of course, and Cumberland's football is featured here as well. Well, back to the subject at hand this morning. Jamie, I sort of interrupted you a minute ago, I guess. You were telling us some different things. But Patty, you've got something you want to mention, and we better do this before we forget it.
We better do it before we forget it. My mom will have my hide. I just want to shout out to my mom. She's got a big birthday today, so happy birthday, Mom. We're going to go down to my daughter's in Murfreesboro and celebrate Sunday. So,
what's your mother's name?
Marlene Clark.
All right.
She lives up on Berea Church. So happy birthday to her. I won't tell you all how old she is, but she was born in 1936.
Do the math.
You can do the math. She's a lovely lady.
Well, Jamie, we had a nice shuffleboard, short and sweet.
Yeah, Coleman.
Which day was it? Tuesday.
Tuesday, Coleman and Joe Thomas first place.
Woo.
Well, only place, right?
Joe
Just
Thomas
winners.
was one of the co-winners in the cornhole.
He played really well in cornhole. He really did.
For Joe, he played real well.
Well, I'm not saying that, but he
He
did
had a
good.
Partner too.
Yeah, he did.
Corvette Ron.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, there's a lot of things, whatever suits your fancy, but you got to find something you like. Lebanon Senior Citizen Center, such a variety of things to do. There really
So
is.
many.
Newlywed game yesterday.
Yeah.
And I think the winner, you have a winner.
Yep, Rick and Val. Rick and Val took
and
first
Val
place. Yep, and we had 8 couples, so that was a good
All
game.
right. What else you got to tell us?
I just wanted to touch base on crafts. Crafts with Diane Thorson. She's there once a month doing cards and a craft. It's always super cute stuff, so definitely do that. But then Joyce Holloman, she does her painting, and I think last time she did these 2 little pumpkins and a little bird. It was so cute. And then the time before that was a scarecrow. So you never really know what you're getting, but it always goes with the season. And she's such a great teacher. So,
Well, I've known Joyce for a long time, and she does have a lot of talent.
she does.
And a lot of patience.
Yeah.
Yes, so much patience. So much.
But I don't know whether patience is a talent or not. It's certainly a virtue.
We've gone to the bowling alley 2 other times, but we're gonna go again in November. We've had not as many come as I would like to see, but we have fun every time we go. So, I mean, it's cheap fun. It really is.
Are you a bowler?
No.
No.
She has the little bumpers put up for her. And she gets away with it because she's so young.
It's been so long since I've bowled. I don't think I'm going to start again.
It is fun.
You know, hey, Coleman, no, I'm going to interrupt you. We used to have a bowling league.
Oh.
And Faye Drury was on there, and she bowled up until she was like 90-something years old. Our bowling league used to be really dynamic. We had a big group. They met at the other bowling alley, which is closed now. But I'd love to see the bowling group get back together. And you're not too old.
Oh,
All you got to do is roll that ball. It's
that
not
ball's
hard.
heavier than it used to be.
They're all different sizes, different weights. We can make it happen.
Well, maybe I'll try that sometime. If I get tired of pool and cornhole and shuffleboard, I guess that's about it. Then I might consider it.
Okay.
All right.
All right. I'll look for you. They're going to, for the shopping trip next month, they're going to the Tanger Outlet Mall in Antioch.
It's brand new mall.
Yeah. You want to?
Now, who's in charge of that?
I kind of stole that one. I don't like shopping, but I love taking the group shopping, and they're a lot of fun. Betty Marlin was my travel partner for so long, and I miss her dearly. But we did get to go shopping, and you sit down, and Betty Marlin always ordered an egg roll. with her lunch, and so I was able to eat an egg roll with Betty Marlin, and she passed away fast. She got sick and passed away fast. But you get to know that group. You know, it's kind of the same ones that go. A couple new ones every time, but a couple repeats. But the Tanger Outlet Mall is opening in Antioch. It's like the one up in Pigeon Forge. And so there's a lot of excitement about that. So we're going to go there and see if we can't find some good deals.
Okay. All right.
I did take them last month, and everyone would tell you I did fine. I did a great job driving the bus. Okay. Just
Wonderful.
yeah.
Glad to hear that.
Let's make that note.
You did do a good job. I got good report. I had a dentist appointment I couldn't miss.
Alzheimer's and dementia. We have a support group at our center every first Tuesday of the month. So if you're a caregiver, we're there for you. We have Tom. He leads that group, and he does a great job. He's been through it twice. So if you just need a little support because you're, caretaking someone with Alzheimer's and dementia, come and see us. Bible study, we've done that. This is the third month. We have Jason Mule from Rocky Baptist Valley Church. He's coming in November.
When do you have that?
That is every Wednesday at 10, from 10 to 10:30.
Every Wednesday?
Every Wednesday,
Okay.
yep.
And then you have one person that does it for a month at a time? Is
Yes,
that,
that's correct.
all right.
One church.
Yeah, one church.
Okay. Yeah, all right. One church, right.
We try to rotate between the different denominations.
Yeah. Okay.
And then I was just going to touch base on our Thanksgiving lunch.
Yeah.
I hear, this is my first one, so I hear it's big, but that is scheduled for November 17th. You start,
What day? Is that a Friday?
It is a Friday. Reservations start November 1st, and we're limiting to 150 in-house.
So that's a great meal, and it's well attended. We have a full house nearly every time. You said 150.
150.
There'll be 150 there.
There'll be 150 there today for chicken and dressing.
So November the 1st, if you want to be there for that Friday Thanksgiving meal, that's the Friday before Thanksgiving, I
Yes,
believe.
sir.
Yeah, okay. And what's the price for that one? Is it
It's $6.
okay?
It's $1 more. There's a lot. Yeah.
$6 on that Friday.
Well,
which is $1 more that Friday. Monday through Thursday, we're still doing $4.
yes,
Okay.
and then $5 on Friday, except for the Thanksgiving meal is $6.
Well, it'll be worth it. It'll be worth it.
Yes.
So I think that gets everything. Of course, we have bingo and cornhole and
You'll
karaoke.
I shouldn't say it, but I am anyway. You have boring bingo nearly every day.
Well, there's some that's not as
Listen,
boring. Today we have Michael Easel bingo, and that's always exciting.
It's a lot of fun for a lot of people.
It is.
It's just not my bag.
You
okay?
need you're so bright and busy minded that you need like 4 cards, where you can
I
in a
just
stamper, and you're just like.
I just don't care for bingo. There's no skill to it. Okay, enough said.
If you had 4 or 6 cards,
if you love bingo, come and have fun
That's
because
right.
they have a fun time.
They like winning the prizes.
Yeah. Oh yes.
That's what they like.
Yeah.
So I've got.
There's probably more bingo than any other thing else that we do. Really.
Yeah, if you don't have bingo, I mean, they're like, why don't you have bingo?
And there's so many more that will show up even for lunch when we're going to have bingo. I'm not knocking it. All I'm saying is it's not really for me. I played a few times.
I forgot to mention Wilson Bank and Trust. The Tuesday before Thanksgiving, we're going to do turkey bingo. So if you come and play, your prize is a frozen turkey.
That's right. So
that's
you need
Wilson
to get
Bank
that in
and
some
Trust.
water so you can get it thawed out and cook that turkey, or save it for Christmas.
Well, I think there are probably a few people listening now that weren't listening 10 or 15 minutes ago when you told about this big fundraiser, and I think you ought to kind of close with that, Patty.
Okay, and I had a couple other things that I kind of want. I do want to the yard sale is our big event. That's on November the 4th. We have so many great items. Christmas,
and this is,
holiday.
From what you're saying, and maybe one of the biggest you've ever had.
Yes, our biggest was, when everybody was at home during COVID, when everything shut down. Our yard sale after COVID was huge. I believe we have more items right now than we did then. And there's, some great, I'm like brand new things in there.
Is it too late to donate to that?
Today's the cutoff day.
All
if you
right,
can
good.
get it, because Miss Evelyn's got to sort through it. They've got to
Yeah.
get it priced.
Yeah.
We've got to get it together. But, we can't say no.
Well, get it over there today so they got all next week to take care of.
Right. So we are still through today. Another thing is we're coming into November, which is a giving season. We have Thanksgiving and Christmas. And we take care of a lot of seniors, homebound. When you look at the genre of people that we take care of, not all of them, but I'm going to say at least 75% of the people that we take care of are living at or below the poverty level. And the cost of living is going up. Yes, Social Security is getting an increase, but then Medicare is going to take it. That just seems to be what happens. This is the giving season. The Lebanon Senior Citizen Center is, yes, a part of the city of Lebanon, but they have they give us the building, but we also have our own 501(c). And so it's kind of a mix that people think we are the city of Lebanon. The city of Lebanon supports us greatly.
Yes.
But we are responsible, if our budget's $500,000, which it is, a little over $500,000, the city of Lebanon gives us about $125,000, or gives us exactly $125,000. And plus they have 4 employees they pay for. So we have, with grants, and the Wilson County gives us a little bit, we have about $300,000 that we have to make. And that's not always easy. We rely on donations and fundraisers. We don't like to charge more than $4 for lunch, because if you're looking at it, that's $84, with the Friday at 5, that's $84 a month if you come every day. So if you're bringing in a lot of senior citizens, and I see their statements, they're bringing in anywhere between $600 and $24 is the lowest one I've seen this year. On the low end of high, or the ones that I see, we're at like at $1,100. Could you imagine living on only $1,100 a month, and then having to give $100 of that for food? Plus you have to have your groceries, electricity, food, for your medicine. It's tough. So we provide a lot of food to a lot of people at a very, very good cost.
Yeah.
But we have to supplement that with fundraisers and donations.
Okay.
If anybody, and it's giving, I know I got to go, I'm running late. If anybody wants to give a monetary donation, we accept that, and it goes 100% into the budget.
All right. Well, thank you all for being with us. Jamie Phillips, great to have you. Patty Watts, good to see you. Thanks for being with us. Have a nice weekend, everybody. Till Monday, I wish you a fantastic day.